Hello, and thank you to everyone in today's attendance for this debate. I'm the opposition, and I will be arguing against the proposition's claim that Rio Hondo needs to hire armed security guards. For the resolutional analysis, we agree with this, and we see no problems with the definitions. To start with the harms, they say that there's a climate of violence in schools or in the general area, and that may lead to stress in the students. We agree with that part of the harm. However, we do not agree with the solution they propose, in that they say they need armed security guards. For the plan, the proposition's plan included having armed security guards, which means hand pistols, and Monday through Thursday. In response to the proposition's plan, it is a bit vague and it doesn't really specify how the armed security guards will be trained in a program to train them. Also, how do we know they're going to be competent and they actually fulfill all the requirements, or if there's any background checks on the security guard to make sure they don't have any prior history of violence or anything that would cloud their vision. For my next point, in terms of solvency, um, I would disagree that it would not solve the problem of crime on the campus. And also, one of the points mentioned was that the security guards would give directions on the campus, and I would disagree with that. Or I would just say that the security guards don't need a firearm in order to give directions. So that's a bit like a contradiction. And also, there's one of the proposition's claim was that there would be less car theft, and there's not really any evidence to suggest that criminals will be deterred from stealing cars if there was a armed security guard. For my next point, in terms of disadvantages, that the security guards will need to be trained, and as previously mentioned, there's no set of criteria to make sure that they receive proper training, and in terms of like uh, being in huge crowds where they might miss and shoot actually a student. In addition, it might actually have the opposite effect, since students might feel worried always having a gun on campus present, and this will actually lead to more stress than having one person on unfortunately one day a school shooting. And in terms of a counter plan, I would advocate for more programs that focus on mental health and just having resources in order to reach out to them, and making sure that no student feels lonely or left out, because that's what usually causes uh, violent attacks on campuses. Thank you for listening to the debate, and if you think that this side has been more persuasive, vote for us.